हाँ.
Okay, good morning friends. Welcome back to the engineering graphics and design class. So anyway, in the last class as we have discussed the problems on development of lateral surface of the solids. So today we are going to continue with that, and let us see now we are going to begin with the pyramid problems today. Okay, so let us see what are the different kinds of pyramid problems, and then we are going to understand each and every concept with respect to the inclined surfaces with respect to xy line, or it can say with respect to HP and AVP. Okay, so today's question as it goes here, you can see a square pyramid of side of base 45 mm, altitude 70 mm is resting with its base on HP with two sides of the base parallel to VP. The pyramid is cut by a section plane which is perpendicular to VP and inclined at 40 degree to the HP. The cutting plane bisects the axis of the pyramid. Obtain the development of the truncated pyramid, they have said. Okay, so if you read this question very carefully, so as we have known that in this development, in the projection of the solids topic, as we have seen that the problems on the pyramids come with respect to resting on the corner and resting on the edges, right? So which kind of the problem is this one? Because I have told many times this whatever the module is there, it is related with respect to the projection of solids, right? So here we are seeing that the square pyramid is there of side 75 mm, base is 45 mm and its height is 70 mm. So what is the altitude here? Altitude is nothing but the axis length, axis height, right? Is resting with its base on HP, right? On HP it is resting with two sides of the base parallel to VP, with the two sides. So in previous problem, when I have started with the prism problems, there was one option called as the square prism is making all the sides equal inclination with respect to VP. Okay, so when we say equal inclination with respect to xy line, so that means that it is making 45 degree. But here they have said that the two sides of the base are parallel to VP. Right. So parallel to VP means the line any two edges, okay, should be parallel to the xy line. So if that is the case, then that is a problem with respect to what? Resting on the edges. Correct? Okay. Now the pyramid is cut by a section plate which is perpendicular to VP and inclined at 40 degree to the HP. The cutting plane bisects the axis of the pyramid. Obtain the development of the truncated pyramid. Okay, so here as we can see, the development has to be begin with respect to this one, and here let us start with the square pyramid. So as we can see, the square pyramid is given with a base of 45. Okay, so let us start the problem. So initially first we are going to develop with respect to the top view. Okay, so once we develop the top view, then we can easily understand the concept of the front view, and then the development can be done. So let us start with this. So xy line, then we have here VP, this is HP, right? Now I can see the square pyramid is there. Since we have already given the hint of with the two sides parallel to the VP, then it is resting on the edges. So resting on the edges with the side of 45 mm. Okay, so I drawn a square prism, square pyramid with respect to now the namings always from the left hand side, and now I can say that each edge length is having how much? 45 mm as given in the question, right? 45 mm. Now as soon as you get this one, we know that in pyramid, okay, so the base face is not going to connect with the top face with the vertical edges, so it is going to connect with the slant edges. So slant edges are going to connect at the center. So if you just project this one, okay, just project with the light line initially, then afterwards I will tell you where to make it dark enough. Okay, so once you connect here, so you can see that this is nothing but my center point O. Because we know that in pyramids the top face is going to connect to the apex. So apex is there is nothing but the top point where it will be all the corner points are going to be joined at a single point. Now if you project them above, all the edges are going to be projected above, okay, with respect to the center point. Right? Now the altitude height is given, so that is nothing but the axis height. That is how much? 70. So draw the 70 mm height with the axis line. Right? Okay. So once it is completed, now with respect to each point, okay, the edges which we have obtained on the XY line for the top view, project them and join it at the common apex. Okay. So if you connect them, yes. So this is one edge, and this will be one more edge. Right? So I told many times, when you are projecting from the bottom side towards the top side, okay, so you have to imagine that you are standing at the bottom and you are seeing this square pyramid. Okay, so when you are seeing from the bottom, which edge will be visible for you first? That is nothing but from, if you are seeing from here, B edge will be visible, and exactly behind that A edge will be visible. Right? So if you check that one, and if I make a point here, that is B dash bracket B dash, and if you check this point, so this will be C dash bracket D dash. Right? So that is a common notation, so what we always give. Now the important thing is, now up to here the steps were common in solids also. Now comes the development part. So what is the development part? They have said the pyramid is cut by a section plane which is perpendicular to VP and inclined at 40 degrees to the HP. Okay, so it is cut, but exactly where it is say? So they are saying that the cutting plane bisects the axis of the pyramid. So our important word here. So what mean by bisecting? Okay, so bisecting means whatever the axis height is there, okay, it will be exactly divided into two equal halves. That is called as bisecting. So if the total height of the axis is 70 mm, so what will be the bisecting length? So bisecting length will be 35. Exactly, right? So always remember, any problem, if a word is coming bisect, so that is nothing but we are going to divide the axis height by half. Okay. Now if I divide this one, so I am going to get here. So divide that exactly half, I am going to get a point, right? And they have said that at this point on the axis, the plane is perpendicular to VP. So plane is perpendicular to VP means you are going to draw a line which is perpendicular to VP, means it should be parallel to XY line. Correct or not? Because VP is on the top side here, right? So if you draw a line, so this will be perpendicular to VP. Exactly. Now what you are going to do? Now you are going to keep a protector at this point and going to measure an angle of how much? 40 degree. Right? So keep your protector, and I always said that the cut section plane we are always going to take in the anti-clockwise direction. So if I take the 40 degree angle here, right? So you can check that point, and now you are going to cut this section. So keeping up one point at the center and one more point on this one, you are going to cut the section. So this will be the first section. So now the important part is my bottom part, whatever is there, right? So I don't require the top face. So whenever you are going to start the diagram on a sheet, so please remember that the initial step should be light enough, and once you cut this section, then you are going to make it dark enough, whatever is required for us, and hence this angle is given by 40 degree, right? Now let us start with the naming part, because I told you that namings are very important, because without that we cannot develop the development part. Okay, so here if I check, so let us start with the first example, that is A, right? So whatever edge length is there from here to here, that is nothing but A to O. Okay, even B to O is the same thing, but they are overlapping on each other here, right? So if you check this problem, A to O, okay, so A to O, so is it cutting somewhere here? In A to O, yes, it is cutting exactly on this side. So I am going to name it as 1 dash. Okay, and then you project that point. on the top view. So we project that point on the top view, and even the same line is going to project on the B2O point also, right? So this point is 1 and this point will be 2. Exactly, right? So it will be 1 dash and 2 dash, because A to O is this cutting, then B to O is on the same edge and hence it is cutting. So is there any B to C? So B to C directly is coming here, so it is not cutting anywhere else. As soon as it comes from C, so C to O, the line which is joining, C to O is joining, so it is cutting somewhere here, right? So if I project that one again at the bottom side, okay, so you can check that the line has been inclined exactly and it has been cut on the slant edges. Okay, so now if I take this one, so we know that on this respective edge C dash and D dash, both edges are overlapping, so the same point will be there. So after 3, so after 2, this point will be 3 and this point will be 4. Clear? Okay, so I am going to name this points as 3 dash comma 4 dash. Very clear? Okay. Now, once you do this one, now our main important part is what? The top view also should look like a cut plane. Now I have drawn the entire pyramid here, right? So the top view also should look like a cut plane. So how we are going to do that one? So once you have obtained all these points 1, 2, 3 and 4, just join them in an order with a dark line. Okay, so 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4, and back from 4 to 1. Okay, so this will make your diagram complete. Now the thing is what? The important part that is left is the dark enough of the outer section. The remaining part what are there, this part has to be made dark enough, including the edges which are connecting from the outermost corner point to the apex point. Only the edges up to the center, that 1 dash, oh sorry, 1 point, 2 point, 3 point and 4 points, they have to connect up to there. Clear? And then you can, if you want, you can erase this part which is not required for us now, right? But the point is required, that is 4 point, which is very much important. Now if you do this much, your 50% of the work is over and you have obtained the 50% of the marks also. Now the important part, what this actual topic stands for, is the development, and we are going to develop that part. Okay, so let us see how to go with the development of the pyramid, because we have seen that in the prism, whatever the problems were there, those were making as square boxes. So the entire faces were just like a square boxes, right? So we are calculating the edge length of one face and multiplying the total number of faces, so that will be giving me the entire length of the prism. Okay, when you cut open the face. But what happens is when you open with respect to the pyramid, so pyramid is not just like a prism, right? So in pyramid we are going to get the triangular faces, not the rectangular faces. So due to that, what happens is, instead of getting you the rectangular faces, that is open up of all the faces, you are going to get a center point of apex, that is O, and then you are going to open it with just like an envelope. Okay, so just we are going to start here with respect to that one. But before starting that, I need to clear one more point here, right? Now since this face was resting, or this whatever the square pyramid is there, since it is resting on the edges, now the edge which is coming from C dash to O dash. Okay, again that's O dash. So C dash to O dash. So do you think that this is a true length? This is not a true length of the edge. I will explain it. Now suppose if there is a line here, okay, if suppose this is my XY line, and if there is a square prism just like square pyramid what we have taken, right? So again the namings are going to give us same A, B, C, D, right? Now C to O edge, whatever the length is there, so when I am going to project it here, okay, C to O, whatever the edge length is there, C to O. Now as I said that when you are projecting it from the top side to the front side, you are going to imagine that you are standing here and you are projecting, you are seeing the edge. Now since this C to B is a line which is parallel to xy, so when I am going to project this length here, so this length will be exactly of the true length whatever B to C is there. Now for example in this question the length is 45, so of course if this is 45, so even this will be 45. Correct? Yes. But what about this edge length? Now this is nothing but C dash to O dash, that is nothing but C to O. Now when I see from here C to O, is it parallel to xy line? It is not parallel to xy line. That we have studied in the projection of lines also. So if a line is inclined, so when you are going to project it on the xy line, the length which you are going to get here is not the true length. So that if I want a true length, then that true length should be parallel to the xy line. For example, if this figure instead of resting on the edges, if this figure was resting on the corner, okay, same image I am going to give A, B, C, D. Now if you check C to O here, right, and when I see from the bottom, so this line will be exactly parallel to my xy line, and when I am going to project here, okay, so this length will be equal to C to O. Correct? At that point of time, I can say that C to O, or the slant height, what is there when you are going to obtain that one. So this length will be true length. But now in this case, it is not the true length, and hence we are going to obtain a new step to calculate the true length, because if this is not the true length, we cannot develop the actual development of the truncated pyramid. Right? So hence we in this case, that is only when the pyramids are resting on the edges, we have to go by this one extra step. Okay, so what is that extra step here? So just to project a line from the center, that is from O towards the outside, okay, up to whatever length you want, then take a rounder, measure the distance from C to O, measure the distance from C to O, and just draw an arc. Just draw an arc. So once you are going to draw an arc, so I am going to get a point here. Now this point you are going to project it on the xy line. This point you are going to project it on the xy line, right? And then this point you are going to connect to the O point. So whatever this new length is there, so this will be nothing but my true length of the slant edges. So please remember, whenever you are going to go with this kind of problems where a pyramid is resting on the edges, only in pyramids, okay, on when the resting on the edges, then we are going to obtain this step called as an extra step to find out the true length. Okay, so once we have found out the true length, this length is going to help us to calculate the development of the truncated pyramid. Okay, so let us start with that. Okay, so let us start with the development part of the pyramid. So a very important thing we have to remember in pyramid is, first initially you take a point on whichever side you want. Okay, so let us keep this point as O. Right, then take a straight line on whichever side you want. Okay, either you take on the left hand side or on the right hand side. Just draw a line, but this length should be equal to what? The true length of the inclined edge. Okay, so how much this should be there? So let us see the inclined length. What is that one? So you can measure it with respect to the scale also, or that is a very easiest method is just measure with respect to the rounder and cut it on this line. So that will give you the exact length of the shape. Okay, so if I take this measurement from here to this one, right, so I am getting a point there. So once I get this point, what I can do is, keeping a point on this arc again, Okay, so just draw an arc up to whatever length you want, right? So just draw an arc, but initially the line should come straight enough. That is what in the development is required, but it is not a compulsory part. You can take this line, initial line, at whatever angle you want, but since if you draw it what we say exactly parallel to the xy line, it will help you a lot, right? Now what is the next thing? The next thing is what? Now since I have got this point, so which point I am going to name this one? So let us name this one as O to A. Okay, let us go step by step. So since we know that in development we are going to name it with respect to capital letters, so let us name it A. Now what is the distance from A to B? A to B, it is how much? 45 mm. So whatever length we have taken here, so you can measure with respect to this, or you can go with respect to the scale also. But the rounder will help you a lot, and then you are going to cut an arc here, right? So which is this point now? This point is B. Initially, in the same manner, what is the distance from B to C? Is it 45? Of course, because it is a square pyramid, and hence you are going to cut all the edges with respect to the same length and make an development. So let us say this point as C, this point as B, and always just like the prism problems, here also in the pyramid, you are going to make the last point and the first point to join with respect to each other. So if you see this one, so the most important part of the development is over. Now the thing is what? We are going to join them with a light line. Okay, so please join them all the edges, because we know that these are nothing but the slant edges. So if you connect them here, you can see O to A, O to B, O to C, O to D, and O to A. Now what I was saying is this length, right? So this length should be how much? This should be nothing but my true length of the inclined edges, O to A. That is nothing but O to A. This true length should come there. So when I am going to see it with respect to here, right? So this length if I take, because it is inclined now here, so this length will be not true length. So to find that, so you can find this step. So okay, so just take an arc from C, measure it, project it on the xy line, and join it. So this will be my true length. Because the distance from A to B, what we have taken here, so is it the true length of the base? Yes, of course, because it is directly nothing but what? 45 mm. Okay. So once we have done this one, let us start with the development part. So let us go with the first one. O to one point. That is nothing but it is coming from O dash to A dash is there. So O to A, whatever the distance is there, O to A I am going to check here. But what is the problem here? Now since the length what I am taken here, O to A, is it the same length what I have taken here? No, it is not the same length. The length of what I have taken here is of this one, this edge. Right. So many of you will tell that, sir, what about this edge? The edge on this side and this side will be remaining same. Yes, of course. The edge length. So suppose if instead of taking the step from O to C, if I taken from O to B on this side, so there was not at all a problem. Okay. The length was going to remain the same. What is going to come on the either side. Okay. There is not at all a change. So now what you are going to do is you are going to measure this 1 dash distance by projecting this all the points on the true edge length. Okay, so what to do is just project this one with a parallel line to the xy on the true edge length. So you can project it all the points, right? So here one point is there. So this is nothing but what? 1 dash and 2 dash, and this is nothing but 3 dash and 4 dash. Very clear? Okay. So now I am going to take this distance, that is nothing but O to 1 dash and 2 dash. I know that the edge length is remaining where? Exactly on the edge OA and OB, right? So I am going to cut an arc here. So O to A, I am going to measure, it is the same length. O to B also is coming with respect to that. So I am going to cut with respect to same length. Now what about this one? Again O to A is fitting there. So let us go with O to A again and cut the same arc. Okay. So now the next point is what? The next point is O to 3 dash 4 dash. So 3 dash 4 dash is coming on which edge? C and D edge. picture. So let us measure that distance. Let us measure that distance. That is, so please see here very carefully that the point I am taking is on the true length, right? So on C and D, so just measure the distance. Just measure the distance, and then now you can easily connect it, because both the lengths are same. So once you give this one, now the important thing is the naming. So this will be which point? 1, 2, 3, 4, and back to 1. Exactly right. So all the points which are projected here should come back to the on the development. Now join them with a straight line. 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4, and back from 4 to 1. And since we are taking always the lower part of the development, so let us take that. Only this much part is important for us, and make this part dark enough. Okay, so once your development is over, the upper part, whatever is there, you can erase it, or you can keep it light enough, which is not required. And hence we have obtained the development of the truncated pyramid. So thank you for watching this video. We'll meet in the next class with the rectangle or pentagonal pyramid. Till then, take care. Bye bye. Thank you.